Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. Go ahead this time, get your King James and follow along with me as I read it. Okay. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if possible they shall deceive the very elect. Okay, you notice that I pronounced the E in the word shew, S-H-E-W, with the sound of a long O, show. Is that okay? But you're saying that's okay. But you think I left out a couple of words, and that's not okay. You're not supposed to leave a word out or add a word. You're right. But when it's italicized, that was added by the translators just so you could understand English. It's just for English grammar. Everybody knows that in the King James Bible, an italicized word, it means it was added for just clarity. That's all, just English grammar. Okay? So now I'm going to put it back in. The two italicized words, it were. I'm going to put them in. Read it again. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Now I talked to one fellow and he goes, if it were, like he's not deceived. He cannot be deceived, was his thinking. Because he's a Christian, and Christians cannot be deceived. It's impossible, because it says, if it were. Well, does that affect you that way? It doesn't affect me that way. I mean, even if you left it out or you put in the it were, leave it in or take it out, it doesn't make any difference to me. If, it just says if possible. If it were possible, same thing, if possible. The question is it possible? Were it possible? Sounds like past tense now, were. It were possible. No, right now. It is possible right now for you to be deceived. I mean, Satan has the power to deceive. He can do it. You have the power in Christ Jesus to not be deceived. But there's something you got to do. Faith without works is dead being alone. If you don't want to be deceived, you're going to have to ask God to help you. You can't just do it on your own. Just hold your breath and you're not going to be deceived because you got so much tenacity or whatever. It is possible. Christians can be deceived. For sure, Christians can be deceived. We got different denominations, don't we? Somebody's got to be deceived about something, even if we're all Christians. Then you got cults, and they're really deceived. They call themselves Christians, and they're not. It's like Jews that call themselves Jews, and they're not. Of the synagogue of Satan. I think that's Revelations chapter 2, something like that. Anyway, you can be deceived. You can be deceived. I can be deceived. We have got to really want to not be deceived. That's why it matters. Because you want to not be deceived. That's why it matters. Flat Earth matters. Love you.